Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boy.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of The Richest Steve in Atlanta, where it is about the journey, not the status. I am your host, Stevie Steve, and we are back at y'all with episode number 39 in this piece, one away from 40. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment, because we are in for a great show today. First, we're going to talk about Bernie Sanders destroying the Democratic Party. Then we're going to get into Anthony ONeal on Black wealth under Trump. So like I said, y'all, we are in for a great episode. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Leave a comment on your way in the door. That way, y'all can subscribe to what we got going on here. I don't like to waste a lot of time with this, so we're going to get straight into the first topic of the evening. Let's see. Bernie Sanders destroys the Democratic Party. After the Democratic Party got that devastating loss to Trump, got destroyed by the Republican Party all around, presidential, Senate, and they still looking at the House, but hey, it would have been the House. Got destroyed by the Republican Party. The Democrats are all up in shambles, wondering what went wrong, which we know a lot went wrong. But Bernie Sanders had some things to say about why the Democrats got straight up destroyed by the Republican Party. And we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and get right on into that. Let's see, y'all. I got the little paragraph here this is all in Bernie Sanders' words, y'all. This is exactly what he said, his full statement. We just gonna read through it and see where it goes. See what he got to say. All right, y'all. It should come as no great surprise that the Democratic Party, which has abandoned working class people, would find that the working class has abandoned them. In the first statement, he hit it on the head. The working class has straight up abandoned the Democratic Party. That's known at this point. I feel like I'm part of the working class, and I felt the same way. Like, the Democratic Party abandoned the working class. They weren't focused on the working class. They felt like they were focused on a lot of other things that a lot of people, a majority of the working class, was not asking for. But we're going to continue. First, it was the white working class, and now it is the Latino and Black workers as well. Yeah, y'all, the white working class definitely did not vote for them. And we know for sure the Latino working class got up out of there. And Black workers, y'all, we straggling behind. But a few of us did say we were done. A few of us moved forward with it, but a lot of people, they did not move on. All right, y'all. Let me try to make this a little bigger on your screen. All right. I think that's better. I think that's better for y'all. Let me check. Yeah, that's better right there. While the Democratic leadership defends the status quo, the American people are angry and want change, and they're right. Today, while the very rich are doing phenomenal, well, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck, and we have more income and wealth inequity than ever before. Unbelievably, real inflation accounted for weekly wages for average American workers are actually lower now than they were 50 years ago. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. I did not know that. Inflation is actually, quote unquote, lower. Today, despite an explosion in technology and worker productivity, many young people will have a worse standard of living than their parents. And many of them worry that artificial intelligence and robotics will make a bad situation even worse. Y'all, I'm going to continue reading this and I'm going to go back and break this thing down because that true as ever. Today, despite spending far more per capita than other countries, we remain the only wealthy nation not to guarantee health care to all as a human right, and we pay by far the highest prices in the world of prescription drugs. We also, among major countries, cannot even guarantee paid family and medical leave. Hey, all this is true. Today, despite strong opposition from a majority of Americans, we continue to spend billions funding the extremist Netanyahu government's all-out war against the Palestinian people, which has led to horrific humanitarian disaster of mass malnutrition and the starvation of thousands of children. Will the big money interest in well-paid consultants who control the Democratic Party learn any real lessons from his disaster campaign? Will they understand the pain and political alienation that tens of millions of Americans are experiencing? Do they have any idea as to how we can take on the increasingly powerful oligarchy, which has so much economic and political power? Probably not. In the coming weeks and months, those of concerned about grassroots democracy and economic justice need to have some very serious political discussions. Stay tuned. Bernie Sanders just hit this whole thing on the head, guys. This is crazy. I mean, this is exactly how middle Americans are feeling. This is exactly how the working class is feeling. This is exactly how I honestly feel like a lot of black men are feeling in a sense. Working class men are feeling for sure. And at this point, a lot of women are feeling this as well. So y'all, let's go ahead and break this thing down a little more. I'd like to break it down, hit some of the points that he hit, and let's just have a conversation about it. Starting with the working class people feeling abandoned, y'all. Under the Biden-Harris administration, the working class feels more and more as if the money that we are earning goes, we can do less with it. It's not that we feel, we see this. We see this in our utility bills. We see this in car payments going up, even though under Trump, I don't know how much less that the car payments going to go up. But anyway, we know that car payments cost just as much as it does to live. Living expenses are through the roof. That's rent. That is mortgages. That's owning a home at all. Your groceries, I hit groceries. I hit utilities. Your housing bill. Everything just feels more and more expensive these days on the same amount of money that our parents might have made at the same time. That's how people are feeling today. Like you said, 60% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. I'm not going to blame the government all the way on this. I love to hold some personal accountability for this. Americans aren't very financial savvy with their money, but that still doesn't help. It still doesn't help. You know, people feel as if they are in worse situations month to month. I'm telling y'all, it is bad out here. I would love to blame the government for 60% of Americans living paycheck to paycheck. The only part that I can really say the government can help out with is lowering inflation and encouraging people to get higher paying jobs and all. I don't personally blame the government for Americans living paycheck to paycheck. I blame a lot of Americans because the American dream is It's not there. I review all the time of the debt that Americans have accumulated as young people, from old people, all around. America is bad with debt. We are bad with debt. We had way too much debt. So I don't want to just completely blame the government on American people's choices with their money. What I will say though is, like I said, inflation is through the roof. It does feel like even if I do make better choices, like I have a budget, I know exactly where my money goes. My wants and needs categories, the needs category just continues to expand. Like it can't stay in that one area. Every year for most Americans, rent goes up. I used to pay like 150 for groceries. Now on my budget, it's feeling more like I go over every month. So I need to say on my budget that it's $200 if I go over it. If I'm not on the road and I'm at home, sitting at home, buying groceries costs way more than $150 that I used to spend on average. So the needs portion goes up, but the wants portion, Americans are just out of control on that point. But let's continue. I want to read this. I want to read this part all over again because this is Steve Jobs in a nutshell. Today, despite an explosion in technology and worker productivity, many young people will have a worse standard of living than their parents, and many of them worry that artificial intelligence and robotics will make a bad situation even worse. That whole statement, 1,000% true. Y'all don't know I am in this field per se. I am in this field. My job is in warehousing, y'all. I'm in warehousing, but I'm not on the working in a warehouse. I'm on the logistics and product automation of warehousing. So yeah, your job is getting took by artificial intelligence and robotics. Yes, your job will get took by artificial intelligence and robotics if you do not make yourself more valuable to the workplace. Just for example, there have been cases where warehouses, they build a whole new warehouse. So now there's less need for people to walk from one aisle to the other aisle to build packages that they're selling. Instead, now the box comes in on the truck, it's conveyors bring it from one end to the next end and put it exactly, they break the whole product down. It's less people needed to do these jobs at a more productive rate, guys. So you, as a person reading this, we can blame the government. Yes, the government can help out. You know, they're talking about universal basic income, depending on if you're a universal basic income, they were going to tax companies who automate, basically. They automate their facilities so that they could give it to more Americans, which honestly, I see us going that way because there are going to be less and less people needed to run a McDonald's, y'all. It will be a whole bunch of machines and one person controlling the machines running that whole McDonald's. So you need to be putting yourself in a position to be that one person running the McDonald's, not the people losing their jobs because you were a fry cook. You need to make yourself more valuable in the workplace by going to school and not being the person who's actually working in the warehouse, but you're the person who's making sure that the warehouse is running. Because that's exactly what happens on a lot of these sites that I'm on, y'all. They close down whole warehouses. Whole warehouses get shut down. And it's sad to say, but technology will continue to progress. So you have to get on the other side of this thing quick. Do it for sure. Discontinue guaranteed health care for all. That is a lovely thing to say, but I still say this is on the middle class. We're going to have to vote to pay more taxes if we want to see health care guaranteed for all. Would I be okay with it? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I do think it's sad that everybody can't get real good health care. Something has to be done with that. The fix to me, if we want universal health care, it's going to be middle class is going to have to take that on the head and pay some more taxes. That's how it kind of works in Europe. We all know that. Well, let's move on to the next. We all know that a lot of college-age students are not in support of Israel right now in that Palestine war that's going on. It's a lot of young people who are not with it, which this has always been a thing throughout time. Y'all remember during the Vietnam War, you had the hippies and all that stuff. Like, this is a continuous thing. I don't like wars personally, but you do have to realize, like, a lot of these wars, I heard something the other day. And what it was saying was, Israel was saying, but y'all do know, like, we buy weapons from America. So how does this work? America sends money to Israel. America sends money to Ukraine. Then Ukraine goes and buys weapons from American companies. Israel goes and buys weapons from American companies. I think it's personally a scam to the American people. It's a wealth transfer from the middle class to the rich. That's what it is. It's a transfer. So, yeah, that's where your tax-paying dollars are going to the rich, to pay for weapons. We'll continue. That right there, that whole situation, yeah, we don't like it. Overall, this whole thing, big money interest, well-paid consultants, they all control the Democratic Party, y'all. Democratic Party. And yeah, the Democratic Party gave nothing. They didn't give us democracy or economic justice at all during this whole thing. When they decided to kick Biden to the street, was there a democratic process at all? No. Kamala just got put up there. Kamala, you're next. I don't remember putting a vote in for VP Harris. I did not. Economic justice. I know y'all have been seeing what's been going around with all the billions of dollars that y'all donated to the Harris campaign. Y'all haven't seen? Oh, it went to all of those performances. It went to what was it? $500 million a day so that they could put Kamala, VP Harris, on the Sphere in Vegas. I have numbers here. 5 million to Meg the Stallion, so that y'all could go to that concert in Georgia and see her shake her booty on stage, give y'all a little performance so that y'all could get in the room. $5 million went to Meg. Meg didn't do that for free. It makes it seem like a lot of their endorsements were paid for. $3 million to Lizzo for her to just talk on stage. It seems like her endorsement wasn't free. $1.8 million to Eminem. And he came up on stage and introduced Obama in Detroit. And then they said $1 million for Oprah. And then 6 figures for her to appear on Call Her Daddy podcast. It seems like a lot of these celebrities are paid for. That's all I'm saying. A lot of this money that y'all raised, billions of dollars that y'all raised, misused, wasted. 20 million to buy endorsements of celebrities. We don't want to hear from celebrities. What we tell y'all, shut up and dribble or shut up and sing. I feel like y'all have a voice, but you know, to push it on people, gosh, Lee. To push that on people, no. I don't support that. I do not support pushing. I don't support listening to a lot of famous people, you know? I just don't. I feel like a lot of famous people are in totally different situations than the normal American. Like I said with LeBron James last week, he said, it don't matter who. It ain't gonna bother us. It's literally not going to affect LeBron James in any way. The election did not affect him, whether it would have been Harris or Trump. LeBron was still gonna make money. So I don't support them endorsements at all. The Democrats, they were focused on all the wrong things. Even though I do think, you know, basic human civil rights is important. It is important, yes. Yes. However, as y'all see, they're working class American. Majority of Americans felt abandoned. And in turn, they abandoned the Democratic Party. Hey, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. That's pretty much everything I need to say about that. Bernie Sanders burned a hole in the Democratic Party. I look forward to seeing what's next for the Democratic Party, guys. I look forward to seeing what is next for them. What will they bring to the table? Because like I said, I felt abandoned by the Democratic Party. I'm not even going to say student loans. Anyway, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how y'all feel about Bernie Sanders straight up destroying the Democratic Party. I mean, he just went in on them. Went in on them. Kudos to you, Bernie Sanders, for bringing light to the dark. You know, everybody acts like they're confused how Trump won. He straight up destroyed them. Not just Trump. I'm not going to say how the Republican Party won. Straight up destroyed that party, man. It was crazy. It was crazy. Whew. Get some water, y'all. Anyway, let's go ahead and move on to our next and final topic of the day. Anthony ONeal on Black wealth under Trump. I did tap into this a little bit. I didn't get it all. I just wanted to see what he was saying. And then I thought to myself, hold on, let me stop listening to this. This would be perfect for me to review. This would be perfect for me to review on the Richest Steve in Atlanta. Like, what am I doing? I should have been reviewing this all along. And to me, Anthony ONeal hit this topic on the head. How Black wealth will be affected under Trump. And I'm going to let him get to it. I'm going to let him say what he needs to say, and I'm going to feed off that energy. Let's go ahead and get right to it, y'all. Let's go ahead and get right to
it. What's going on, fam? It's your boy, Anthony ONeal, man. And listen, we're on a special edition. I am actually in Richmond, Virginia, here at school at Virginia Union University. And I said, you know what? I'm about to have a conversation with my people. A lot of you all have been emailing me and sending me DMs and putting comments on my YouTube like, yo, we haven't heard you talk about the president of the United States of America.
Yeah, you might want to be careful doing that. You know, a lot of them just trying to figure out if they gonna cancel you or not, my boy. Let's speed it up about halfway though.
And what are your thoughts? What are your concerns? What do you think? So we're gonna talk about it right now, y'all. Donald Trump is the 47th president of the United States of America. Now what? Now what? Such a good question. Before we get to my thoughts, I want to remind you all that I have a book that is coming out next year in January, and I'm putting together a group. We're giving away free financial advising, and if you want to be a part of that, the love of my book, then go ahead, hit the link in the show notes below, join the launch teams for the first 150 people. Then after that, boom, we'll be giving away some money and also giving away some free financial advisor sessions with my personal financial advisors going to help you get your money right. But let's get to it. Donald Trump is president.
All right, let's
now,
get to
like,
it.
are black people concerned? I want you to put your thoughts in the comments below. Well, let's talk about it though real quick. What is going to happen with Donald Trump being the president, the 47th president of the United States of America? Number one, let me tell you, for black people, I believe that DEI is going to really, I can't say it's going to be going for sure 100%, but what I can say is, I think for sure we're about to lose the DEI situation within the United States of America, right? Also, we are about to see some of this government assistance stuff leave as well. There's going to be a lot of different things that I believe is going to be taken away, that I believe is going to happen. But here's what I am saying.
Before he gets into that, yes, things will get taken away. DEI, I feel like, is out the door. Is out the door. Like I said, though, the reason it's out the door is because black wealth is not higher than other groups' wealth, and other groups feel like they were severely impacted by DEI. They feel like diversity, equity, and inclusion hindered hardworking Americans from getting the jobs that they deserved. That's how they feel. And I can't be upset that they feel that way. Yes, it's a lot of people that work hard for the things they do, but giving people who are underprivileged a chance is still something that I would like to see some way, somehow. Underprivileged people should have a way to progress in life. And that was the original intent of DEI. However, like I said, the money talks, and there are groups of Americans who feel like they were proportionately at a disadvantage for getting allowed into college, job opportunities, and more, because those spots are being used by people who probably did not work harder than them and still got the seat that they wanted. So I can't be too upset about that. I feel like, let's go out, earn it. Let's go out and compete. We are not at a loss right now. Yeah, yes, but let's go out and compete. Let's go out and encourage everyone to compete. Let's show what we are worth. DEI, we got that out the way. Yes, there's a lot of government assistance that's going out the door, handouts, all that stuff. Let's go out and get what we deserve. Again, like that's it. Do the underprivileged deserve help? Yes, in some cases. In other cases, it's to an extent. It's to an extent. Another thing that I know that people feel like are getting taken away is women's health, which I just want y'all to know, this is where your state definitely comes into play. You need to be aware of what's going on in your state and vote accordingly. This is not the end of women's reproductive rights. This is a new look to women's reproductive rights, as in it is not a federal thing anymore. It is now put on the states. However, I would like federally for them to recognize the big three. And the big three are rape, incest, and the mother's life. So I definitely want them to do something about the big three because they definitely matter. However, your state now is more important than ever. Get involved on the state level, ladies and gentlemen, because that battle is not lost. I feel like a lot of women felt like, that battle was lost. They're losing all these rights. No, it's going to the state level. Get involved in your state level. Let's go, AO. Let's continue. Let's see what we can do on the positive side of things now that we've got done with all those negative impacting things. Let's go.
And I want to be transparent when I say this. And hear me clearly when I say this. Hear me clearly, you guys. Hear me clearly. Think about your life when he was the 45th president. Think about your life 8 years ago when he was the president for 4 years ago. Did we really see a major change, a major transition? Like did we really feel it financially in our pockets? Excuse the sun, I'm driving, trying something new for the channel. And let me know if you like this. You know what I'm saying? Let me know if you like me just talking. Like I'm literally just going off of the dome and just really trying to be a little bit more authentic and leave the table sometimes. But let me know in the comment section if you like this. But when I sit back and I think about it, man, we are still in a great time to build wealth for our families. We're still in a great time to where if we can get out there, work the system legally, ethically, morally, and spiritually, we are still in a great position, you all, to build wealth. It's split down the middle. You got people who are extremely happy that Trump is the president. You got people extremely disappointed that Trump is the president. Here's what I'm happy about. I am alive. God is still the head of my life, and I'm still in a good position to make money. And if you follow the system wherever you are, you can still make money. Still. Because here's the truth. The White House doesn't control my house, nor should it control your house. Let's keep it a buck. I get it that Donald Trump is inside of the White House, but he's not at your house. He's not waking you up every single day and saying you can't go here and make this money. You can't go over there and make that money. He's not there. And y'all, I don't come from wealth. My parents don't make a whole lot of money. No, they do not. They don't. But here's the thing that I think is extremely important. Use the systems that are put into place that's helping wealthy people build their wealth. Use those same systems to help you build yours. What do I mean? Well, if you're self-employed right now, or let's say you have a hobby, and you do not have it running as a legit LLC, you need to go from hobby to a small business. Why do I say that? Because when you go from hobby to a small business, now there are extra perks and extra tax write-offs that you can legally and ethically write off. One, by protecting yourself, because now you're operating as an LLC. Number two, there are write-offs that you can get. So once you get that, right? Let's talk about it. How do we now take what is benefiting the wealthy and allow it to help us build our wealth at the middle class level? Sorry, I'm driving. Let me see if I can sharpen this real quick. Yeah, there we go.
He's already came off the dome. He's already come out. This is why I say I don't blame the government for everything. Y'all love to blame the government for every problem you have in your life, when the reality, let me stop acting like I'm Dr. Umar and breaking words down, y'all. Let me stop. The reality is honestly you. Like he said, Trump is not in your house. A lot of the decisions you make are on you. You're living paycheck to paycheck because of some of your financial decisions. That's the real truth. Because I have not lived paycheck to paycheck. Pretty much. Hey, I haven't been living, even in college. I'm not gonna lie. Even in college, when I was getting debt, my last year of college, I worked my butt off. Had the best year of college since my freshman year. When I hit sophomore year, I started doing a lot more unfocusing. So for 3 years, I did some unfocus. But that last year, I focused down. I had a full job at Walmart, working full time while going to school, paying my bills, paying for school. When that stimulus check came, I didn't go splurge on no new shoes. Got no watch. I didn't take my girl out on no fancy date because we finally got it. When my tax money comes, that's not, oh snap, y'all, we about to go on a vacation. I made wise financial decisions, and y'all can too. It doesn't matter who the president is. Let's start taking some responsibilities for the things that's going on. Trump is not in your house. Will he affect some of the things around you? Yes, but you can still learn to work that system so that it will be beneficial to you. That's what AO's saying. That's the position I'm in. I know that for sure. I'm at a point now, I'm trying to save up. 2025, I will officially start a business. Y'all see this? I am speaking this into existence. Pray about it. 2025, I will be starting a business. 1,000%. Y'all know I dibble and dabble into businesses anyway. But I want this one to be a real deal, legit, from the LLC to whatever I'm producing, to whatever I'm selling. Of course, I already have the ideas of what I'm going to go into, but 1,000% down the books, the correct way. AO is speaking, y'all. He's talking. We need to be doing things the right way. Trump is not in our house. He cannot make the financial decisions for us. He can't make moral decisions for us. That sets us up to have to do, different things. Have to go down different paths. I'm gonna let AO continue to cook, man.
I gotta drive safe. I'm trying this thing. My camera just failed. Hold on a minute. Because I kind of like this. Oh, hold on. Gotta drive safe. They gotta drive safe. Boom. Let me lock this in right here. Okay, I think that's good. Then I gotta lock this in. Yeah, see? My teammate tell me how to do all this. I'm sorry. Where was I? How do we take? I'm turning here. All right, bet. How do we take what Donald Trump, what Elon Musk, what all these wealthy billionaires are doing? And while, yes, we may not have hundreds of millions, billions, right? How do we still take the tax code and benefit us? This is why you need a financial advisor. This is why I don't care where you are or who you are. This is why we have to stop complaining about who's in the White House now and start researching, looking up who's in our house. Right now, Black people, let me say it. Right now, Black people, we have an opportunity, and we've always had this opportunity, at least since I would say over the last few years, of building wealth.
Sure have.
Because I didn't feel, and I'm speaking for me, I didn't feel an impact financially on my life when the 47th president was the 45th president and he was in the White House. I didn't feel a financial impact. So I don't know what the next 4 years is going to look like, and what I'm going to be watching it, what I'm going to be monitoring it, and what I'm going to be really diving into it deeply. At the same time, I'm not going to be complaining about who the heck is in the White House. I am going to be focused and determined and working the plan. Remember, I taught you how to earn. Now is the time to where you earn. Hear me clearly. Now is the time of when you earn. Number E, you got to evaluate where you are financially right now. As you're going into 2025, have you evaluated where you currently are financially? What does your 401k look like? What does your SEP account look like? What is your tax strategy going into 2025? How much debt are you in? What does your business look like? What is the strategy? Where are you right now? So once you evaluate where you are, rather than complaining about what happened, right? Then we got to go to, okay, all right, I see where I'm at. I got to arrange the vision. That is the A. Come on, let me through, brother. There you go. My God, appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? We have to arrange the vision. Once we arrange the vision, now we got to render the strategy. And I think that's one of the most important things right there, is that you have to render the strategy based upon the vision that you arranged, based upon where you currently are. Because you see, when we can get the right strategy, the proven strategy on how to go from where we are today to where we want to go tomorrow, and we have a clear system, a clear strategy that gets us to tomorrow financially, we gonna be solid. You hear me? We gonna be solid. Now, wait a minute, Anthony, you forgot about N. I didn't forget about N, but I think this is where a lot of us stop at. I know so many people, they have a subpar vision. I know so many people that have been told what to do with their finances. But the problem, I think, with a lot of people is you know what to do, but you don't act. So the N stands for now we have to act. When you know where you currently are in life, when you know what's the clear vision of where you're going, and when you know, watch this, when you know the strategy, the system, the proven system on what to do to get there, You just got to act, man. You just got to roll and you just got to go. Do not sit down for the next 30 days complaining with all your friends about what happened during election time. Oh my God, I can't believe Donald Trump won. Oh my God, I can't even believe they voted for Kamala Harris. Like,
they gonna do that.
We got to move on, people. What happened is done.
It is.
God is still at the head of the throne.
Yep.
He's still there. And because he's still there, watch this. No matter who's in the White House, Donald Trump, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, President Bush, Barack Obama, God was still at the head. Do not get it twisted. He was still, can I say this again? He was still at the head. And if God doesn't want it to happen, he's going to make sure that it doesn't happen. He has to make sure that it doesn't happen. So for me, I simply believe this one thing. We're going to be all right. We are going to be all right.
We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right. Yeah, we gonna be all right. Do you see me? Do you feel me? We gonna be all right. Anthony, you got to slow down because you were over here preaching today. You over here preaching. I just want to, hey, he told y'all what we gonna do while under Trump, black people. What are we doing? While under Trump, we gonna get to this wealth. We about to earn. We about to evaluate, arrange, render strategy, and now we act. He hit that on the head. That is the hey. I'm in those stages. That's the stage that I'm in, y'all. Middle class, trying to get to that wealth, trying to earn so that I don't have to feel a certain way. Like he said, he didn't. I want to be the way that I'm not affected no matter what president is in office. I'm still gonna get to that money. I'm still gonna see more dollars in my account. I'm still gonna be able to protect my loved ones. Everyone I care about gonna be okay no matter what. That's where I'm trying to be. So I'm going to evaluate where I'm at. I've already been doing that, evaluating where I'm at. I know where my debt stands. I know how much I make. I know all this stuff. I know all that. I know what my Roth is at. You know, I know all that stuff. We arranging plans. I feel like that's where I'm at right now. I'm at the arranging plans. I'm at the arranging plans right now because I know where I'm at. I'm in a standstill, but I'm arranging to get there. And then rendering the strategy, y'all. I'm rendering the strategy too. I feel like arrange and rendering the strategy kind of like the same position. You know, you're kind of working to get to that spot where now we can act, because that's the part that I love the most about anything is the now we act part, because we learn so much. You sit there, you do all that planning. You sit there and you do all this thinking about this big idea. You do all the arranging, you do all the rendering of the strategy, but you never put it into action. Stop consuming at a point and start applying at a point. I do that with everything, reading books, all that stuff. You have to. So that whole earn situation that he had going on, boy, I love it when folks break down letters like that. You know, earn, the E stands for evaluate, A stands for arrange, R, rendering strategy, in, now we act. Like, come on, y'all. That stuff, it's all pretty giddy to me. It really gets me going. And on the point, he's on the point. We gonna be all right, y'all. The head of the table will always be there. Head of the table will always be there. If it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. If it's not, it won't. Pray about it. It will be okay, y'all. We will be all right. Let's go ahead and finish AO on out of here.
So that's my quick thought on okay, Donald Trump is in the White House. Are we going to see some things change drastically from the last 4 years? Now that we see that the Republican Party has pretty much, they've won the Senate and we have a Republican president now. Absolutely. Yes. We are going to see that.
Yes, it will be.
We are. but it should not impact our homes financially. If we sit back and do what I just taught you, those 4 things, evaluate where you currently are financially, arrange the vision or the goal that you have for your life for the next 5 years, render the strategy on how you're going to get there, and then act. Do not sit on your butt talking about, complaining about, whatever you want to call it. Like, do not just sit on your rear end and do nothing for these next 30 days. I need you to do just that. I need you to do just that. Hear me clearly. I need you to do just that. You see, this is what I'm talking about in my brand new book. Take your seat at the table.
Hey, y'all go get AO's new book. Y'all know he gonna talk about the book. We gonna go on and let him go. We gonna go on and let him go. We're gonna talk about the book. Y'all go support the book because AO just gave us some dimes straight up. Yes, things will change, y'all. Yes, things will change, but you cannot sit there and pout and cry about it. That's my biggest thing with anything, y'all. I tell people all the time. All right, you done sat here and cried about it. Now what? That's something I had to learn. Sometimes people don't want that. Sometimes people don't want that fire lit under them. Because I'm always somebody, and I even like it. Now what? What's next? All right, yeah, it happened, but what you gonna do? What you gonna do after that? Yeah, you got fired from this job, but you still need a job ASAP. What you gonna do now? I was tell that story, y'all. After college, right? After college, I said, I'm done with Walmart. I'm done. My dad told me, he said, are you sure you're done with Walmart? I said, yeah, I'm done with Walmart. When I come back home, I'm going to find me a job. I'm coming home and I'm finding me a job. That's it. I'm going to look for me a job in my career so I can be an engineer. That's what I'm doing. I'm done with Walmart. He said, okay, all right. Maybe you want to reconsider, keep your job. Nah. I'm done with Walmart. I'm not going back. Y'all, I was at home a month. I would say by week 3, I was scrambling for a job. I went up to Walmart begging for my job back. Like, yo, I need my job back. I went to my grandma and I was like, man, I'm looking for a job. She was like, you got to get something in between. I said, yeah, I'm asking. I went to Walmart, I asked them. She said, you know what I used to do back in the day? I used to pull up on them. Y'all, I pulled up that day on Walmart. I normally go to, asking for a manager, tell me the manager. I walked around that store looking for a manager. I worked at Walmart for like 2 years by then, y'all. So I know what a Walmart manager looks like. I walked around, I found the manager. I told him straight up, I put in my application a week ago. I've been working at Walmart for this long. I know all the processes. Get me in here. They walked me straight to the back, gave me a job then and right now. So I'm always the person, y'all. Like, I move with, when I'm moving, I move like a fire is lit under me because I'm always like, what's next? Like, I can't sit here and just let things happen. Yes, things do just happen. But I can't sit there and just let things happen and be cool about it. I try to keep a cool head. But at the same time, just know, if there's something that I can do about it, I'm going to do it. But over these next 4 years, y'all, let's work so that the next time the presidency is up for debate, y'all aren't canceling your friends because they have a difference of opinion from you. Because in reality, just like LeBron James, it won't be able to affect you because you're at a different place than everybody else. In the next 4 years, I hope to straight up be in a totally different place than I am now. I want to be looked at totally different than where I am now. So we about to put in that work, y'all. This is the time. Go over to Earn one more time for y'all before we get out of here. Earn. Evaluate your current position in life, y'all. Evaluate the different things that you have going on. Arrange your plan. Get a plan in place, y'all. Get a plan in place, and then render a strategy to get that plan done. Then we act. You need to stop consuming, stop thinking, stop putting things together, and actually apply yourself. Actually get in the field and make something happen. Hey man, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know how y'all feel about AO on Black wealth under President Trump. I think he hit that on the head. Hit that on the head. Like, oh gosh, thank you, Anthony ONeal, for that. That is my sentiment 1,000% with a lot of things that's going on, man. A lot of things that's going on. So make sure y'all like, subscribe, and leave a comment. I might as well give y'all a little checkup on what's going on with me, y'all. I have been busy in work. Every day is I have a lot of the same things going on right now. Nothing special going on. I'm still working my budget. I'm still making money. I'm on the road making money. That's what I'm focused on right now. Getting to that bag in the gym. Winter arc, full effect, doing good at work, showing up at work, trying to make sure that I am on my P's and Q's at work. That's what I'm focusing on right now, y'all. Winter arc in full effect. We still go to the gym, still eating healthy. All those things are in order. And I just want to make sure that I'm staying consistent on the things right now, not expanding myself, not over leveraging myself, staying in a lane of what I can handle to where I can see growth within myself. That's where I'm at in life right now. That's where I need to be right now. I'm still making more money than I've ever made, so that's great. And I'm still running at a level higher than I've been running on pretty much any time in my life. I used to run at a high level on partying. I used to run at a high level on party. I was an A1 partier, y'all. But now I'm running at a high level in the things that I feel like actually matter for me to become a better person. It's one area that I feel like I could be better at, and that's with my spirituality, with reading the gospel, the Bible. But other than that, I am proud of myself. So yeah, my next thing might have to be locking in my spirituality for sure. That's going to be on my list. But for now, I'm staying in this lane. I will stay prayed up, and we will continue to get better with everything, y'all. So yeah, y'all give me where y'all at. Y'all give me an update on y'all as well. That'll be cool. We're going to go ahead and end this thing off right here. Episode number 39. We're going to end it off right here. On your way out the door, make sure you like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thank y'all for watching. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace, love, and riches. I'm out.